Hey guys, it's Andrew, and I'm back with another video. And I'm just gonna talk about overall what the three Bayern Munich results and performances were as of recently. And we're also heading into the international break, so I can pretty much talk about what I thought of these last three matches into detail, heading into the next important phase of our season after the international break. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button down below. And if you're new to my channel, go and hit that subscribe button. And yeah, that's basically it. So let's get into this. Now, let's start. I'm going to give my overall assessment. So about our results. We beat Union Berlin at home 3-0. We beat Benfica in the UCL at home 1-0. And we beat St. Pauli in the Bundesliga away from home 1-0. I'll say this. Especially after the Union Berlin game, I don't know why, I'm starting to get a little bit concerned about our lack of chemistry in the attack going forward. Because, as you said, and I understand that we played against two teams that sit really deep and park the bus. But in my opinion, even with that, I think we should still be doing a lot better creativity-wise. I think until like the 60th minute against St. Pauli, we didn't even have 6 shots. So that really just goes to show how dull that performance attacking-wise was. And I'll say this. If we want to play, we cannot play against PSG, Dortmund, or Leverkusen that way. Because if we do, then we are going to get punished for doing that. And I understand PSG is not on the best form either when it comes to the UCL, but they're a very good attacking team. So it's the Bayern Munich whole team has to be ready. And by the way, speaking of the defense, one thing I will credit us is that since the Barcelona game, our defense has improved significantly. 5 clean sheets in a row. And you might say, well, granted, it is against opponents like Bochum, Mainz, Union Berlin, Benfica, and St. Pauli. So not exactly the strongest opposition to keep clean sheets against. But these were exactly the kind of opponents that Bayern were struggling to keep clean sheets against last season under Tuchel. So that is something definitely to keep in mind. And I'm also just going to look at a particular stat that caught my eye since the Barcelona game. Alright, Bochum conceded 1 shot on target. Mainz, 4 shots on target. Now, hold up, I'm looking at this. Union Berlin, 1 shot on target. Benfica, 0 shots on target. And St. Pauli, 0 shots on target. So basically, in our last 3 games, we've conceded 1 shot on target. That's impressive. That is absolutely impressive. No matter what opposition you're playing against, to only concede 1 shot on target is very admirable. And if we're counting the last 4 Bundesliga games, we've conceded 2 shots on target in 4 games, which is absolutely mental when you think about that. So our defense is definitely doing the work now in pulling up. I hope they start doing this against the stronger opposition as well, because we really need that. And yeah, it's at the moment when we're not exactly playing our best football, it's important that we take those 3 points, because let's look at the results that have happened against the underwhelming teams. So let's start in the Champions League, first of all, with our dull 1-0 win over Benfica. Let's start there. Because look at the other big teams that lost in this Champions League midweek. Sporting lost to Man City 4-1. Real Madrid lost to AC Milan 3-1. Leverkusen get absolutely humiliated by Liverpool. Celtic beats Leipzig. Any other interesting results? Atletico Madrid beat PSG away from home. Inter beats Arsenal at home. So you look at all these other results of teams that are quite strong losing this particular game week. You're now thinking, actually, that 1-0 win over Benfica might have actually been very important once we come to the latter stages of this UCL league phase. And now let's look at the Bundesliga, where we got our dull 1-0 win over St. Pauli, right? Let's look at the other results that the big teams in Germany have had this weekend. Union Berlin and Freiburg held each other to a 0-0 draw. Bochum gets a last-minute equalizer against Leverkusen to steal 2 points away from them. Mainz beats Borussia Dortmund 3-1 at home. Mönchengladbach holds Leipzig to a 0-0 draw. Now, Stuttgart is playing Frankfurt tonight, so I don't know what's gonna happen in that particular game. But you look at those other Bundesliga results. Again, that's another 3 points that Bayern have been able to pick up when they haven't been playing well, but they're still getting the results and the job done. And because of that, Bayern is now heading into the international break with a pretty decent points buffer over second placed Leipzig now, with 5 points on this table. So Bayern will absolutely take that. But yeah, what my point is, Bayern, while it's good they're getting the results, they're gonna have to start playing a lot better if they wanna win silverware this season, because they've got some pretty difficult games coming up in their next schedule. Augsburg at home. Okay, fair enough. PSG at home should be doable, but it can be a tricky game. Dortmund away from home. That's gonna be tricky. Because as much as Dortmund are awful away from home, they're pretty good at home. So that's gonna be tricky. Leverkusen at home in the DFB Pokal. That is a must-win game, by the way. And then, of course, it gets easier with Bayern, Heidenheim, etc. So, this 3-game stretch of PSG, Dortmund, and Leverkusen is really going to tell how the rest of our season is going to pan out. Because if we don't get 3 for 3 wins here, then I'd be a bit concerned about the rest of our season heading into the big games. The Leverkusen game, it's a must win, because if we don't win that, we lose another trophy that we could potentially win. PSG is also a must win, because if we don't win that game, we're out of top 8 contention in the UCL. So basically, the only game in this list that we can maybe afford dropping points against is Dortmund away. And that's because we've already built a decent point buffer up until this point. So yeah, that's basically the video that I wanted to make. It's good Bayern are getting the results now, but man, they really have to perform a lot better in these next few upcoming games. And by the way, I just want to say very quickly about the St. Pauli game. I hope I never see Goretzka's face on a football pitch ever again. 'Cause what the hell was he doing in that particular match? He is completely a shadow of the player that he once used to be. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I want to also mention this. A crazy stat. Bayern have created 2.2 expected goals in their last 2 games. That is not good enough for a team like Bayern Munich. It isn't. It isn't, trust me. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say from here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button down below. And if you're new to my channel, go and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, and peace out, guys.